Jumpmaster, ready to drop off our skydivers. Welcome to Snowflake Airport. I'm Tex, the owner of this aero club. Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get started and earn your private pilot license. Then, once you've earned your PPL, you can build up your flight hours and get more experience by taking people out on first flights. But before any of that, let's head outside and take a flight to get familiar with our aircraft and the local surroundings. Welcome to the apron. This is where all our flying adventures begin. Why don't you walk around a bit while I finish the pre-flight preparations? Today we will be flying in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. It's the main trainer airplane in our flight school. Our Cessna's got a glass cockpit and a 180 horsepower engine, climbs well, and is easy to fly. It's one sweet ride. I'm ready if you are, so hop in and buckle up. Let the good times roll. Welcome aboard. While you settle in, let's go over our flight plan. After taking off, we will climb to 7,300 feet above sea level, and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view. Ready? Why don't you start the engine for us? Perfect. The wind is from 270 degrees direction with a speed of 9 knots, so we'll be taking off from runway 23. Okay, let me taxi to the runway. Alright, now comes the fun part. After releasing the brakes and applying full power, we will speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed. We will be climbing at 75 knots, which is the recommended climbing speed for the Cessna Skyhawk. While climbing, we will follow a left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming. I am here to help. Good. Ready for takeoff? Apply full power to get us moving. You handle the yoke, and I'll take care of the pedals, steering the aircraft on the runway during takeoff. Approaching our first turn. As you'll see, the Cessna 172 requires very little yoke movement to turn. You can start turning left. We are 300 feet above the ground. I will retract the flaps. You keep climbing. Climbing and prepare for the next turn. This is a good climbing angle. Try to visually remember it. Okay, turn left again. We are almost there. Remember, we need to climb to 7,300 feet. It will keep us 500 feet above the traffic pattern. I love the weather today. The clouds are beautiful, aren't they? Awesome. Look around, see our airport. Let's fly over it. Awesome. I know that you're busy navigating and controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view. Well done. I believe you have a talent for piloting. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's head back to the ground now.
I'm glad that we flew together today. This might be the first chapter in your pilot's journey, if you want to embark on it. Let's catch up at our headquarters. You seem comfortable out there. I'm sure you will get your PPL in no time. There's a laptop in the office that shows all the certification information you'll need. Here you can see all the different certifications you can pass throughout your career. Your first step is to work towards your private pilot license. All the training lessons you'll need to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with these before taking the exam.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor. For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies. This is your plane, a classic, the Cessna 172. Take a look around it. In the simulator, anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode. The cursor is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar at the top of the screen. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the controls panel. The controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar.
Okay, I'm in the camera.
The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation. Go ahead and close all the panels for now. In front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you will be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So, let's hide the yoke for now. Alright, as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can also move it freely in the cockpit to get a better view of anything you want to see. Even through a window to look outside. Now, reset the camera to its original position. Alright, that covers all the main camera functions available in the simulation. Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more, then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done. Great. Let's get you familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 172, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies. In front of you is the yoke. The yoke is like a steering wheel, more or less. Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns. Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons. Okay. Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend. Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator. Nice. Down at your feet are the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections. For coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder. Great. Last but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power. First, look at the throttle and select it. Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power. Power is increased. Now pull it back to decreased power. Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle. Look away from the throttle and increase power. Set your throttle to idle. Excellent. When the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You will find it on your PFD screen in the top left corner. This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left on your PFD screen. It measures the speed in knots. To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right on your PFD screen. Not all aircraft have integrated screens with all this information. A lot of them rely on analog instruments. You can find the analog versions of the airspeed indicator and the altimeter just above the throttle. They are respectively on the left and right. The analog altimeter has 3 hands similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals, and the long, thin one counts 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air. To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield. Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level? This is the cruise attitude. The lower dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude. Let's dig deeper into what that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude. According to your altimeter, we're gaining altitude. But we're losing airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Now, let's level back out. Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. Our speed is increasing and our altitude is stable. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. All right. That's good. That's okay. Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
So touchy.
Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude.
I'm gonna adjust the settings. This isn't very intuitive.
Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. Push on the yoke gently, just until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then hold that attitude. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. Push on the yoke gently, just until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then hold that attitude. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude. Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. As expected, with a nose-down attitude, our altitude is decreasing while our speed is picking up. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Okay, bring us back to level flight. Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. Now your speed is decreasing and your altitude is stable. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. Nice. That's good. That's okay. Try to make only small adjustments to your pitch to avoid overcorrection.
Yeah, this is far too sensitive.
this lesson, we're going to use a line drawn on the windshield to indicate the cruise attitude. I've also added another dotted line to help you bank properly for left turns. Gently move the yoke to the left until the dotted line matches up with the horizon. Then maintain that bank. Excellent. Now, let's see a level back out. All right. For the next step, turning to the right, let's see how you do on your own without any markings. You can see a series of notches representing 10-degree increments on the attitude indicator part of your PFD. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Gotta add trim. It's too difficult without trim. Where is my trim? Here it is. Trim wheel.
Start banking right until you're lined up with the second notch to the right on the attitude indicator. Then, maintain that 20-degree bank while remaining at the same altitude until I ask you to stop. Bank the aircraft 20 degrees to the right. Be sure you keep the same altitude. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Keep working to maintain a constant altitude during the turn. Level is back out now. Great. Small corrections on the yoke will lead to more accurate turns.
I can't remember what one of the trim is. It's not trimmed out.
Let's talk about the throttle. If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. In the Cessna 172, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer on the PFD. pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800. Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing. That's okay. Okay, let's throttle back up to 2,400 RPM. Your speed is increasing now. As long as you maintain the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well. Nice. You did well, but you can do better. Practice getting comfortable with the relationship between the throttle and RPM. The art of maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore. Now it's time to test the skills you've learned. As you can see, we're cruising at 6,000 feet on a north heading of 360 degrees. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. When you feel ready, start descending. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. That's good. Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 172, you need full power to climb effectively. Nice. All right, next exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees, stay at 6,000 feet, and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots. . All right. That was excellent.
I wonder what they have for pre-flight. That's one thing that Microsoft Flight Simulator's never done very well.
Hello. Today, we're going to go over all the steps that precede turning on your engine. Those steps are essential to ensure your aircraft's integrity and that everything is in order for a smooth and seamless flight. First of all, stretch your legs a bit and take a look at your aircraft and your surroundings. We never took much time to look at our aircraft from the outside, so take your time if you want to inspect it. You might have noticed some extra bits on your aircraft. These are the covers and chocks. Covers are installed when the plane is not in use and are meant to avoid damaging its sensitive parts. Chocks are there to immobilize the aircraft. You'll need to remove them before takeoff.
Static. We even got the thing on it, the cover. Move before flight. I don't know what that one is. Let me do Shift C. Oh, no, wrong one. What am I supposed to do? Let's reset it. I don't remember.
Hello. Today, we're going to go over all the steps that precede turning on your engine. Those steps are essential to ensure your aircraft's integrity and that everything is in order for a smooth and seamless flight. First of all, stretch your legs a bit and take a look at your aircraft and your surroundings. We never took much time to look at our aircraft from the outside, so take your time if you want to inspect it.
Okay.
You might have noticed some extra bits on your aircraft. These are the covers and chocks. Covers are installed when the plane is not in use and are meant to avoid damaging its sensitive parts. Chocks are there to immobilize the aircraft. You'll need to remove them before takeoff.
Static port. Okay. Got off. I didn't know that's what that was. Haven't flown this one. How close do you have to be? Move. Static.
And we're done for the outside. Now that we're sure your aircraft is functional and ready to taxi, let's check the inside. Let's get to the matter at hand. You've been given an EFB, also referred to as an electronic flight bag. It's a tablet that stores critical flight information and is the ideal tool to prepare your flight plans and enhance your piloting experience. Open it and take a look. Feel free to follow a quick guided tour of its features.
Oh, sick. This is awesome. Here you can plan your next flight. Check your navigation maps, airport information, charts. Next. Here you can check your performance, use checklists, and have access to your aircraft documents. Nice. Here you can view some of your flight statistics and access your logbook. Dang. This is awesome. Here you can manage your preferences and parameters for the EFB. Okay. From here you'll be able to manage all your EFB applications, settings, flight plan. Oh, I hope the flight planner is good. That's one thing Microsoft hasn't done very well is flight planners. Several things, but it looks like they're actually doing pretty good at this. Not bad. Alright, what's it want me to do now? What up, girl? Let's see. Aircraft. Well, let's take a close look. Aircrafts, what can you do? Flight performance. Mass and balance, center of gravity 18. Can you get into the specifics? Empty. There's somebody sitting there. What are you talking about? Okay, cargo. Oh, cool. Empty. Okay. Config, back. Environment. Oh, it has METARs. Nice. Back. Checklists. There we go. That's what's up. Looks like it's even more set up. In-flight, post-flight. Pretty good. Aircraft information. What else do we have? Pilot. Total takeoffs. So it has a little planner there. Or not planner. Flight book, whatever. But you usually record your hours and what you did. Map. What's this all do? Flight rules IFR. This could be really cool. I'm gonna have to get really into it, but looks like they added a lot. More apps, flight planner, save charts. Flight. If this flight planner is good, I'm gonna be really excited. Alright, now what? What you want me to do now? Open the EFB with tab.
The EFB
Oh,
features
nice.
an interactive map, a flight plan editor, aircraft and current flight information, a nav log, as well as fuel and payload options. The EFB has plenty to offer, but if you want to get directly into the action, you can turn it off after you finish the quick tour.
Close EFB. Boom.
It seems like we're all clear on the checklist.
That
Now
is
start
super
this
sick.
pretty bird
I
up.
love that. Alright, well let's actually use the checklist for that, huh? Oh, so this is the pre-flight, nice. Okay, parking brake, set, ignition switch off. Oh man, yeah, they didn't have pre-flight before, it seems like. Or I never used it. Reset, go back. Pre-flight, can you go to the next one? How do you go to the next one? Pre-flight, pre-flight, pre-flight. Left wing leading edge. For takeoff. For starting engine, let's start here. Brakes. Yeah, they're working. Off. Yep. Avionics master switch. Off. This is the avionics. Fuel selector valve. Where's that again? Somewhere over here. There it is. What do you want it on? Both. Fuel shut-off valve open. Pull to off, so you want it to be on. Open. Starting engine. Throttle, 1/4 inch. Mixture, idle cutoff. Standby battery arm. Let's just use this, it's gonna be easier. Engine indicator, checklist. Verifying the red X's. I think it's on the wrong spot. There should be no red X's here. Go away. Through the engine page. Oh, so it doesn't want me to turn this on. I don't know. Sure, master switch. Beacon. Which one's beacon? Cabin, fuel pump, beacon. Oxygen fuel pump switch. On. Mixture set to full. Mixture level in full aft position. In full aft position? That's weird. Auxiliary fuel pump switch off. Oops. Ignition switch. My bad, my bad. I think this needs to be on for it to go.
Now that we've covered all the preparations, let's get to the good stuff, shall we? Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing. Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway. Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right, unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet. Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake. Okay. Now, gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving. Go easy on your throttle. Use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. Increase throttle to gain forward momentum and then reduce RPM accordingly to match a fast walking speed while taxiing. Now, test the brakes.
What do I have as brakes? settings, controls. Use this for everything. Radio flight control surfaces, primary surfaces. Let me readjust this. Wait, what'd I do? Go back. Elevator. Input control. Secondary. Input repetition. Whatever. Let's just set the brakes. Can you still do this search? Brakes, joystick button 12. Let's see. No, I don't want that to be 12. Left brake, we want that to be this one. Right brake, that one. What one? Left brake? Why does it say 1? What is that all about? 1 and 2. Okay. Back. Is there anything else I need to set in here? No, I don't think so. Said hit the brakes.
Good. Brakes checked.
Brake check.
Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway.
Oh, cool. So it actually gives this too. That's something that wasn't explained before.
All right, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport, near the head of runway 21. Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center, marked by the yellow line. And watch your speed. Watch your speed.
Fine, I'll slow down. It's just so boring to taxi. Let's go.
After the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point, in prep for takeoff. You've mastered that lesson. The next challenge will be to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
Okay. '82. This is a lot better, the training wise.
There's an old saying I like, a mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember. First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear. Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway. And to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching. Runway numbers are not arbitrary. Each number matches the first two number of the runway's compass bearing, rounded to the nearest 10 degrees. For example, a runway orientated towards the north would be numbered 36, which is 360 degrees on a compass. Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Oh, up there? Alright. Why does it do that? That's so annoying.
Excellent. All right, let's do this. Apply full power, and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go. Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots. Good. Now, gently pull back on the yoke. And we're airborne. Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane as when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD's slip skid indicator. Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. That was a nice takeoff.
Landing.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only. We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast. Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
Fast. Too high, too high, too high, too high, too high, too high, too high.
500.
Too high, too high. Why is it still white? Yeah, I guess we're still too high. There we go.
We're coming up on flare height.
Hey!
Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Hey.
Resist the temptation to pull back.
Well, that wasn't
Nice.
pretty.
Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
Okay, that's really
Use
annoying.
rudder pedals to stay on the center line. Well done, but there's room for improvement.
Yeah, I know.
Keep in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
That wasn't pretty. Didn't crash. That's good. Landing throttle management.
In the first part of this landing exercise, I want you to stay on the glide path by using the throttle. You can make small corrections with the yoke to stay aligned with the runway. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path.
Why isn't
If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate. Now you can use the elevator to land.
Starts you far too close.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Ah!
Nice. Now, apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. That was excellent. My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece. Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 20 degrees of flaps. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
Let's get to 65. There it is. Too quick. Hold up. Not too slow. Hold down. I see 2 red, 2 whites. There's 1, little extra speed. There's 2. Three, too much.
500.
Too low, too low. Whatever. Those seem off.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the
That's
yoke
too
to aim the
hard.
nose just above it.
Too hard.
Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line. That was excellent.
How many more? I want my private pilots. Let's go. Sedona. It's like 2 hours from where I'm at. Traffic pattern time.
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration.
Okay.
We are passing the end of the runway, so go ahead and reduce RPM to 1700. It will help you to slow you down to 80 knots and begin your descent. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current speed. We will turn to the base leg when the end of the runway is at a 45-degree angle behind us.
Okay.
Turn left onto the base leg.
Keep that 6,000. A little more power.
Try to keep our speed around 75 knots.
75, increase speed.
Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn. Turn left onto final. Make your left turn onto final.
Okay.
Keep a stabilized approach with 65 knots airspeed and prepare for landing. Use throttle and flaps as required to adjust the glide slope.
More flaps. Need 65. We're going too quick.
500.
There we go. Doing a little slip to land here. Get it slower. Still too high, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Long runway. Oh, jumped
Apply the
it.
brakes and stop the plane. You followed the traffic pattern well. Good job.
Shinch. Well, let's see how many more we have till we got PPL. Oh, sweet, last one. We're solo flight. Start training. Last one on the PPL.
It's time. Your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground, in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't. Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember everything we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine. Good luck. See you on the other side.
We're at 55. 80 knots. Alright, slow down. Set 10 degrees of flaps. A little too high. Too slow. Too high. Nice. Slow down. We're going way too fast. 75. Oh wait, what? Way off course. Five
500.
knots. Too low, too low. Perfect, perfect, right there. Slow. Too touchy. Boom. PPL complete.
You did well, but you can do better. You're on your way to becoming one hell of a pilot.
Alright. Now what? IFR, commercial. Okay, prerequisite specialization. Well, that's done. Back. So wait, now what? Can we go here? Commercial pilot's license. Commercial rotorcraft. No, I want to go. Do we have to do these? Take it down, maybe? The exam costs is a one-time payment you can retrace. So I was at 3,000 credits. I'll have to see if that goes up. I didn't notice it going up.
It's time. Your first ever check ride. Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Oh. Kind of cool. Press Control C to complete startup procedure. Control E.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds. Rely on what you have learned in your trainings and you'll be fine. Now show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Okay.
Kilo Sierra November Oscar traffic Cessna, November 94785, is taxiing to runway 23.
23. I like that it has hold short lines in there now. That's cool. Okay.
Kilo Sierra November Oscar traffic Cessna November 9er 4785, taking off runway 23 left closed traffic.
Okay, where's runway 23? I see him over there. Oh, there it is. It's a weird pattern. Oh, slow down, slow down. What the frick is going on? Slow down. Comms go away. Alright, take it off. Airspeed 5. 6,300. Make our turn. Climbing 6,800. 62. Fast. Catch up. 65. Still looking for 6.8. A little slow. Pitch down a little bit. Too steep of a turn. Speed up to 85. Speed, here comes 80. 3. A little more.
Kilo Sierra November Oscar traffic Cessna November 94785 2 miles southeast 6,800 feet inbound to land runway 2 tree.
Slow it down quite a bit, get down to 80s. Put our first notch of flaps. Turn in. Oh, I'm off track. Enter.
500.
Just enter. It's not doing it. There we go.
Kilo Sierra November Oscar traffic Cessna November
One more
94785 is on final runway 2 tree to land.
We're gonna be long. Not too shabby. And slow down. Come out, just hold short.
Kilo Sierra November Oscar traffic Cessna November 94785 is taxiing to parking.
Slow down some. Parking brake. Control Shift E.
Great job. There's always room for improvement, right?
Ooh, I didn't taxi very well. allows you to fly a single-engine airplane in good weather conditions and perform takeoffs and landings from land. Private pilots cannot fly aircraft for commercial purposes. Locked, I assume.
Congratulations on passing your PPL exam. Hopefully that's the first of many steps on your career path. Your PPL allows you to fly recreationally and begin to build up your flight hours. First flight missions are a great way to increase your experience.
First flight missions.
Let's go back to headquarters and review the specializations board to learn more.
I hope you don't have to buy them, that would suck. Specialization.
As you can see, the career journey of a pilot can take many different paths. As I said earlier, your PPL is the first step. As you build up your flight hours and earn more certifications, other specializations will become available. Take a look around. Then when you're ready, head to the missions list to see what's available.
First flight, ferry flight, sightseeing, skydiving, cargo transport, aerial advertising, search and rescue, transport medium, medevac, agriculture.
On this map, you can see all the missions currently available to you. There's one mission currently available. Select it now.
send the guests.
Roger that.
Hope you're ready to work your magic up there, Cap. Today, you're flying with one of our friends, Jason, over our very own region. He's got his sister with him. If the seatbelts are fastened, you're ready for takeoff. Let's do it.
Seatbelts fastened? Got it on back there? Good.
So happy to be flying with you today, Captain. I'm Jason.
You sound like a robot,
Hey
Jason.
there, my name's Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
I'm Jason's sister. Thanks for taking me up today.
You're welcome, Sarah the robot. Looks like might be a little bit of an overcast day. Should be a good flight though. Y'all from here in Snowflake? Cool. If you want me to go over anything, let me know. Happy to fly where you want to see, over your house and everything if you want. Oh,
Special flight for me.
Kilo
I'm
Sierra
excited, but also
November Oscar
kinda
traffic
anxious.
Cessna
Hope that's
November
normal.
99651
Don't say
taking
that over
off
the radio.
runway 5 south departure.
gonna give him a sense of confidence. Come on, man. Okay, I'm here. You want me to turn around? Hold your booties. Gonna do a little turning. A little sharp turn. Never hurt no one. Don't mind me. Getting used to the brakes. At least they work, right? Let's go. This flight will be a short little flight over Taylor, Arizona. Taking off from Snowflake. If y'all have any issues, just let me know. Appears to be live. We're out of the runway. What are you talking about? This looks like the runway to me. Up. There we go. Hold on, boys and girls. Whoops.
The sensation is fantastic.
Wonder if it crashed, they scream. Up. Finish fun. Taylor, Arizona.
Stall. Stall. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Oh, they wanted me to go that way. Whoopsies.
Hey, it's shaking.
You're good. We're just gonna start our. I just wanted to show you what this plane can do, my boy. Hey, it's shaking. It's an airplane, dude.
You okay? Not scared?
No.
I'm too excited to be scared.
Alright, we got some. Ida Taylor. Skirp and derp.
The world looks so detailed from up here.
Yeah, it does, don't it?
Relax, Jason. You're gripping the seat so hard you're going to break your hand.
Break your hand.
This is so much more amazing than I expected.
I'm glad, buddy. Look over there. Some farms. Look over there. Some desert. Basically, everywhere you go, you see a little bit of desert.
Hey sis, I'm sure we'll see places we know. It's gonna be awesome.
I hope so.
I hope so. Alright, folks, we're about 3 miles out from our destination, Taylor, Arizona. Small little town. The Mormons came out here to snowflake and settled this land. Taylor came next.
You don't really feel dizzy from up here. Chris told me that before we get on board, and I was a bit skeptical, but it's true.
Yeah, some people have a little bit of puking going on. But you'll be alright. We got you.
Here, it's Taylor right.
Everything down below looks so tiny.
Looks so tiny. Alright, we're gonna do a little loop-de-loop around Taylor.
Still pretty bumpy.
Oh, you're fine. Stay below 87. Ah, here we go.
think I just saw the roof of our childhood school. Yeah, that's it.
Are you sure? Yes, I can see it too. This flight is full of surprises.
It might be cliche, but this is a memory I'll hold on to for a lifetime.
Yeah, buddy, it's a little cliche, but you do you, my friend.
This is better than any postcard. Hey Sarah, you've been kinda quiet. You okay?
Just
Kilo
taking
Sierra
it all
November
in.
Oscar traffic Cessna November
I was just thinking the exact
965
same thing.
14 miles south 7,000 feet inbound to land runway 5.
I can't wait to tell everyone back home about this.
Back to reality, folks. Hey, did you enjoy it, Jason? Ready for your next flight?
Whenever you want to do it again, I'm ready.
What an amazing ride! Loved it! Loved it!
Alright, we're about to enter the traffic pattern now. It's kind of an odd entry, but we'll get it done. See them clouds out yonder? Good thing we came out when we did. Slow her up some.
That wasn't a bump. Felt like the wing was coming off.
No, that's not. You worry too much, my friend. These are some sharp turns we're making. A little bump is a little bit of nothing. That's got me going all over the frickin' place. Just doing some loop-de-doos for you. Alright, we are about on final approach. Let's slow this bad boy down a little bit. Get them flaps extended. We're at flap speed now. Add a little power. Make sure we don't fall out of the sky now.
Stall.
Oh, stop. You stop it, you hear me? Final approach coming in.
Kilo Sierra November Oscar traffic Cessna November 90651 is on final runway 5 to land.
And a buttery smooth landing for a perfect finish.
Why does it want us to go up that way? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I did not answer the taxiway. No, you stop it. You made better ever. Says I'm breaking rules and shit.
Always cool to see your own region from a new perspective. Looks like they enjoyed it. That was a great flight seeing session. Cool. $22,240, that sounds about right. S. Is that like superior? Flight smoothness. +2%.
10% bonus for each mission. No, that's Alright, level 2.
Nice work completing your first mission.
Thanks, man.
Continue building your flight hours by completing more missions, and you'll be ready to move onto your CPL in no time.
Okay. Credits.
Here's all the first flight missions available right now.
Discovery. Snowflake landscapes. Let's do show up. I know that they got a good runway. Not dirt.
Ready for boarding, Ashley. Well noted.
Couple fatty bone baddies. Just like me. Hey.
All set for a nice aerial adventure, pilot? On board, you're taking one of our friends, Emily, and her grandmother for a nice scenic ride over the region. Have your passengers fastened their seatbelts?
Yep.
Then you're good to go. Captain, give it a shot.
Alrighty. Let's do this now.
Kilo Sierra Oscar Whiskey Traffic Cessna November 40628 is taxiing to runway 7.
Hey, get out of the way, dude. I'll chop you up.
This is where Granny was born, so it's kind of special for us today. I'm Emily, by the way.
Good to meet
Hey
you,
there,
Emily.
my name's Jennifer. I'm Emily's granny.
You sound the same.
Thanks for taking me up today.
No problem. Just enjoy the ride. I stay here in Sheldo, Arizona. Be taking you around. You see anything you like, let me know. I can fly over it.
Wow, we're flying!
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
I wish we could see places you know, but also discover some you've never been to, Granny. Maybe we won't recognize anything. okay? Not scared? I'm too excited to be scared. It's like the landscape is telling you its story up here. I feel very lucky to see that. Definitely a bucket list moment. Relax, Emily. You're gripping the seat so hard you're going to break your hand. Ashley was right. I don't feel afraid or dizzy. Flying over our beloved region at sunset must make you feel on top of the world. Definitely need to book that someday. Awesome! I see the streets. Look over there. Everything down below looks so tiny. At our feet. You know that movie where the wizard flies around on a giant eagle? This is like that. Except the wizard didn't wear a seatbelt. I don't want to leave the seat. This is better than I could ever have imagined.
Kilo Sierra Oscar Whiskey Traffic Cessna, November 40628, 7 miles west, 7,700 feet inbound to land runway 7.
It's like the world is laid out in front of me.
I see you're on your way back, guys. So, Emily, did you enjoy the ride? You ready to do it again?
Totally doing it again. Sign me up. Quite an experience. I recommend it.
always cool to see your own region from a new perspective. Looks like they enjoyed it. That was a great flight seeing session. Cool.
You've built up enough flight hours to be eligible to take your CPL. If you pass your CPL, you can begin to get paid for successful missions.